Hey there, Chef D Malfi here, and welcome back to Plant-Based Made Easy. I'm super stoked to be in the kitchen today. I have some good friends with me actually that are visiting from ConvertKit, and we're doing a 3-day documentary all about the Plant-Based Made Easy experience and story, that the brand and the community that we've built here. So today, you guys, we're here with ConvertKit, and I'm super excited. We are in the middle of actually filming the documentary, but I had to stop to do today's episode because I have a really delicious lunch recipe for you. I'm gonna be making a barbecue chickpea salad. It's so simple. It's so delicious, and it's absolutely nutritious. It's chock full of fiber and protein. It's got a lot of great vegetables, colorful ingredients. You guys are gonna love this recipe. And if you have any questions along the way about this recipe or plant-based eating and living, type them in the comment box because I'd love to engage with you. I'd love to answer your questions. And if you want a copy of this recipe, please purchase this cookbook. This is issue number 11 of the Plant-Based Made Easy Cookbook, you guys. I'm super stoked that this is hot off the press. This recipe comes right from this cookbook, and this is gonna really be a wonderful transition from our spring season to our summer season. A lot of great recipes in here. I've already featured, this is my third that I'm featuring this week. You guys check this out, and you can actually purchase this cookbook right in the link that I'm gonna pop in the comment box right now. There you have it. You can purchase it as a one-off cookbook, or you can become a a cookbook monthly member to get a new cookbook delivered right to your inbox every single month. And I'm really stoked because I have to say, cookbook issue 11 is one of the best cookbooks I've written so far. It's super fresh, it's super seasonal, so check it out. All right, so I'm gonna give you this recipe, barbecue chickpea salad, and I know it's gonna be a staple in your home. It's certainly a staple in mine. So let's get right into it, all right? So let's actually start with the chickpeas, really important. So today I'm gonna be using organic garbanzo beans, also known as chickpeas. I'll show you in the overhead as well. And I really like these here. These are actually organic with sea salt, and they are awesome from Trader Joe's. You can buy any chickpeas or garbanzo beans that you want, and you actually can use any bean that you want. Kidney beans, cannellini beans would work well as well. So what I want to do is I actually want to decrease the sodium in this salad because I really want to make it as nutritious as possible. So I'm going to open up my can of beans, and I'm going to drain them and rinse them. And what I'm going to do is actually just put them in a bowl here. I'm going to dump the liquid inside of this bowl. And I have the bowl inside of a strainer inside of water. And this is going to just actually allow them to rinse a little bit. By doing this extra step is going to remove 1/3 of the sodium, and that's a whopping amount of sodium. So if you're really thinking, oh, you want to actually decrease your sodium intake, this is a really great way to do it. Really enjoy these beans rinsed and drained. It's going to help you out a lot. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a full screen, and I'm going to actually just drop these right into my pan right next to me. Now I'm going to use my ceramic nonstick. You can use any nonstick that you want. Throw it right in. This is 1 full can, okay? Now, I have to make these chickpeas barbecue flavored. I want them to be delicious. I want them to be gooey, warm, yummy, right? Okay, so one of the ways to do that is to take your favorite barbecue sauce, or you can make your own, but I'm gonna use organic Kansas-style barbecue sauce from Trader Joe's because I love it. It's really sweet, it's delicious, it's smoky, it's got lots of great flavor, and I'm just gonna add about 1/4 cup, all right? So right from the bottle, that's it. You can add more if you want, but add it at the end. Just use about 1/4 cup now. Any more than that, you're just gonna be swimming in sauce. And the goal here is to actually make a really delicious kind of sticky, caramelized chickpeas, all right? So get this on a medium high heat and just work it. Let it just sit and stew up in this barbecue sauce. And the barbecue sauce will also actually act as like part of the dressing as well. But it's not going to be the only dressing, thank gosh, because I love dressing. I'm also going to make a tahini ranch. It's going to be really, really delicious. So let's make that now, and I'm going to keep my third eye on this barbecue chickpea situation, all right? So right into this bowl, let's make our tahini ranch. So simple. Now, if you're vegan or plant-based, I want to say kudos because you are making a healthy lifestyle, not just for you, but you're inspiring your community, your family, and your friends. And I think that there's nothing better than going plant-based because the food is more nutritious, better for you, and it's easier. You're going to save time by going to the market. You're going to save money. These are win-win-wins all around, you guys. And what I have to just say really quick, this is a caveat. This content is not just for people that are fully plant-based. You can be partially plant-based. You can be somewhat plant-based. You can actually just want to do and enjoy plant-based meals occasionally, but take note of some of these dressing recipes and some of these salads and, easy staples that are a part of the full meal, because you're going to be able to utilize these as much or as little as you want. I think that you're going to make this tahini ranch a lot, all right? So first things first, let's start with our tahini ranch base. We want something that's high in protein. We also want something that's really creamy. I'm going to use organic tahini. So what is it? It's white sesame seed paste. It's really simple. It's easy to find. It's really simple to find. It's easy to use. It has a great flavor. And what I want to do is actually, you can see it has a layer of oil right on the top. You see that oil layer? I want to just stir it. So you have to stir it every time you use it. I'll do a full screen so you can see the oil on top, and just take a long spoon and just get in there and stir it up. I'm going to use about a 1/4 cup of this. Kathy, you're going to love this recipe. I know you're going to love it. And your grandkids will love this too, because it tastes like regular ranch dressing, but it's creamier and it has a lot of protein. And when I say a lot of protein, I mean a whopping amount. Now, one of the things that we understand when we eat plant-based foods is that we're eating a lot more nuts, seeds, legumes, pulses, tubers, fruits, and vegetables. Those are all whole food plants. That's what makes us plant-based when we eat that way, right? Well, the cool thing about seeds, which is a really important staple of a plant-based diet, is that they're very high in protein. So this is made from sesame seed paste, and in just 2 tablespoons, you're gonna get a whopping 8 grams of protein. That's a ton, just from a little bit. And we're gonna use a 1/4 cup, so we're gonna get a lot of protein in this. And people always say, that's the first thing that people ask me, well, how do you get your protein if you're vegan or plant-based? You actually probably are gonna consume more protein on a plant-based or vegan diet if you're eating whole food plant-based than you would if you weren't. Or even if you're not eating whole food plant-based, some of these like meat substitutes and things like that, very high in protein. So a lot of times people end up getting a lot more protein when they're plant-based or vegan than when they're animal eaters, because a lot of people aren't going to eat meat and big portions of meat 3 times a day or multiple times a day, right? All right, so I just seasoned this up with a little salt and pepper. I just want to show you in the overhead, right? Sea salt, black pepper, crush it, fresh. It's going to be delicious. Now, to this, I'm going to add a little bit of dried parsley. I'm going to use organic because it's really great. I get this from Thrive Market, but you can get organic dried parsley anywhere. And this is what makes the ranch, right? The green little speckles, a little parsley goes in. Of course, a little dill. You can't have ranch dressing without dill as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to use some, you can use fresh or dried. I really like dried because it's very flavorful. Throw that right in. As much or as little as you want, truly. And then some garlic powder. You can use fresh garlic if you want, but I'm going to use California garlic powder because it's very easy to use. It's easy to store, right? And it's going to give you that garlic essence. Now, I'm keeping my eye on these chickpeas. They're working hard. This smells good already. Right, guys? Does it smell good?
So good.
I'm telling you. Gooey, delicious. All right. I want to keep these on the burner for a little bit longer, but I'm going to reduce the heat. Coming back to the tahini here, I'm going to add some lemon juice. All right. So we want something bright, something citrusy. This is really going to add a spark of nice, light, bright citrus flavor. So I'm going to add a lemon cheek. Now, a cheek of citrus is just taking the citrus and running your knife not completely halfway. Let me show you that again. Don't go right into the center because you'll capture all the seeds. Go to the side. I'm going to show you in the overhead. Do you see that I'm kind of like on the side? So I'm like slicing it 1/3 of the way off, right? And when I do that, watch what happens. Slice it open and you end up with no ribs and very few, if not any, seeds. So this is a lemon cheek because it looks like a cheek. Right? You got to get it. When I worked at Prune Restaurant in New York City, this is what we called these all the time. We would make lemon cheeks. Every plate would get garnished with lemon cheek or a lime cheek. Really important because in cooking, we want as much juice out of this as possible. We don't want all the pith. We don't want any of the seeds. So this is going to really yield as much juice as possible without anything else. Throw it right in. Squeeze it in. And I think that's it for the lemon. I don't know if I need all of it. Now, I can add a little bit of filtered water, some cold filtered water if I want. It just depends on how thick and creamy. I think I am going to because look, I just mixed this up and you can see it's a little too thick, right? We want it to be more like dressing. So I'm just going to show you what I will do. I'll take some cold filtered water right here, like 4 tablespoons. And get yourself one of these liquid small tablespoon or 1/4 cup measuring units because it's great. It has a little spout. And you can see, I'm going to show you in the inside. See at the top, it actually, you can see 4 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons. It still has an ounce measurement to it. I love these. So I'm going to throw some in. I want a couple tablespoons probably of water. And this is, again, just to thin it down. And it also is going to change the color. So it's going to start to look white, just like ranch. I need a little bit more. The more water you use, the more kind of like white color it will be. So it really looks like ranch. Yeah, and then just really kind of give this a good mix. You want to, I'm just using a spoon, but you can use a whisk. You really want to make sure that it's the consistency that you want. And then of course, scrape up the sides because that tahini is very sticky. Make sure that there's no tahini stuck to the bottom. I mean, doesn't this look like ranch? Yeah? Come on, you guys. You're going to love this recipe. I'm telling you. Seriously, this is the best salad dressing. It's super simple to put together. You can see that I didn't use very many ingredients. And like I said, chock full of protein. It's going to be great. Now, I have to just test this because I need to make sure, is it actually seasoned well? Let me grab some tasting spoons. Oh, yeah. I got the tahini. I got the lemon. I got the dill, the salt, the pepper. This is so good. I'm going to add a little bit more salt. They say you're not cooking unless you're tasting, right? That's what they say. I remember I heard that on TV once. I think Bobby Flay said, you can't not cook in my kitchen if you are not tasting as you're cooking. That's the way that we cook. We have to taste as we go. So I added a little bit more garlic, a little bit more salt. I'm going to try it one more time. Perfect. Like so good. Look, seriously, so good. You guys are going to love that recipe. I'm going to put this to the side. Now I'm going to come back to the chickpeas. We're nearly there. Just look at how ooey and gooey and delicious these are. Hi, Cindy. Jennifer, awesome. Oh, here's a great question. I'm going to show this. Okay, Kathy asks, how long is tahini good once it's open? Really good question. Thank you for asking. It should have a expiration date right on it, and this one does. I bought this just a few weeks ago, and this expires on December 16th, 2022. So it's going to last you a few years. That's how shelf stable it is. It doesn't require refrigeration. It's awesome. It's literally great for your pantry. Thank you for asking, because I think most people don't realize how long it lasts. All right, so these chickpeas are looking so good. I mean, seriously, I just want you guys to smell these. Smell-o-vision. Like they're gooey, they're hot, they're yummy, they're coated with barbecue. The chickpeas tend to sort of absorb some of the barbecue flavor. I mean, I could eat this by itself, right? This is yummy. Really, really good. All right, so now let's build our salad and let's toss our salad with everything else. Going to turn these chickpeas off. I need some shredded romaine, which I'm going to use. Organic romaine is fantastic. I'm just going to throw it right in. Now I'm going to also add some other ingredients. I want to add a little bit of corn because we're right in that transition period between spring and summer. I love using frozen corn if I can't find it fresh. And what I do is actually just use frozen corn, and I will just like saute it for a few seconds in a little bit of water, cold filtered water, no oil, nothing is necessary other than a little water. And then just, you know, to take out that freezer feel, right? It can still be a little room temp. It doesn't have to be hot. And it can certainly be hot if you want, but the corn is great. And I like to do this ahead of time and then just kind of get it down to room temp again. I don't want to put hot corn on my lettuce, so I'm going to throw that right on. All right, now I want some tomatoes and I want some red onion. So we'll talk red onion first. I love using red onion. You can use scallions, you can use shallot, whatever you want. But I'm just gonna actually slice this into thin, like half moons, right? Some like crescent moons. This is gonna keep it delicious. And I like to use this shape when I'm using onions for like a salad like this, because the onions are going to kind of like curl into the lettuce. So it's really nice. I think that's perfect. That's a great amount. I'm going to throw my onions, right? Just like sliced thin right on top. Everything is going to get tossed together, by the way. And then some tomatoes, right? Why not? Some really delicious grape tomatoes. I love these. Organic, of course. If you can get organic in the market here, definitely you want to prioritize tomatoes. You want to purchase those organic if you can, because tomatoes in the US 90% of conventional tomatoes grown in the US that are conventional, meaning not organic, are GMO'd seed coming from genetically modified organisms or seed, right? And we don't know what that does to our gut microbiome. But as an integrative nutritionist, and what I learned in school is that we have enough research now to see that it actually does wreak havoc on the microbiome. That's the gut brain. That's your inside gut. And so we don't want to eat any GMO foods, or we want to avoid it as much as possible. Yeah? Really important. So already, look at this colorful salad. We've got the yellow corn, purple onions, the tomatoes, and obviously the green lettuce is so delicious. This is like eating the rainbow already, and we haven't even finished it. So at this point, I think I'm going to dress it with the ranch, toss it, and then I will actually add the chickpeas on top. Yeah, you with me? So far, so good, you guys. This is going to be done in minutes. So I'm going to add my ranch, drizzle this on. Couple tablespoons, I think. Yum, yum. Grab a salad tong and then just give this a great quick toss. Remember, you don't want it overdressed because we're going to have a little barbecue sauce on your chickpeas. So just a little bit of that ranch goes a long way for this. And you can use the amount that we made for the ranch. You can use it in probably 3 or 4 more salads, I bet, if you're a single person just making a salad for yourself. But this is lightly dressed. It's going to be perfect with the barbecue chickpeas on top. And I'm just going to show you, you can see, right? Just a nice little ranch kiss. Yum. Okay, you guys, it's time to plate. I am ready. I'm hungry. I want a little bite of this. Let's see, what am I going to plate in today? I think I'm going to go, should I go like mama bowl? Let's see. I think I'm going mama bowl. I'm going to go the full, like huge salad that's as big as your face. That's how hungry I am. I'm going to plate the entire thing. And I like to plate in white plates because I think it makes the food pop. And sometimes if I do have colorful plates, it's just like light colors, but like whatever you have, if you have your favorite salad bowl, use that. Enjoy. Just, we eat with our eyes first. So just make sure that it's plated well. And one of the best things that I learned when working for Hillstone restaurant in San Francisco, when we plated our salad, we wanted to plate a tall salad. So the goal is to get your salad nice and tall. The taller, the better in the restaurants. And look, we have like a nice tall situation here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep that height because we eat with our eyes, and I'm going to plate the chickpeas around. It's going to make it really nice, but it's also going to be really enticing to the palate. You're going to like look at this and it's going to have dimension. It's going to have color. It really does make a difference. I'm telling you. So grab a serving spoon. I think I'll use, yeah, why not? One of these. Actually, no. Yeah, I'm going to make it right. They say make it nice, right? Get your chickpeas. Oh gosh. Seriously, I just need to show you these one more time. They're so yummy looking, right? And then what I'm going to do is just plate around. God, I love this recipe. I love anything that's like barbecue and ranch. Don't you guys? Like, it's such a classic combination of flavor. It's like I can eat this combo of flavor like anytime, any time of year. It's kind of cool. I love it. Looks great. Okay, I'm going to do that chef's wipe just to make sure it looks really great for the cam. I want you guys to have this delicious, what they call in the kitchen money shot, right? Yum. So good. Okay, you guys, that's it. Your barbecue chickpea salad. This is amazing. You guys are going to love this recipe. Come on. It wants you to make it in your kitchen and for you to eat it. It's going to be really good. Your family's going to love this. Your kids are going to love this. I'm so glad that you guys saw me make it, because really people think sometimes these elements, a salad like this had multiple elements, people get intimidated, like it's too many steps. But I'm telling you, it didn't take that long. And I definitely want to have a little bite before we wrap up. Let me grab a fork. Yum. Oh, I love this. I'm so excited for this recipe. All right, before I give this food a bite, I want to give it a little gratitude. Thank you, food. Thank you, God. All right. Cheers. Oh yeah, better than I imagined. So good. Barbecue sauce is really sweet. It's so good with the tahini. The tahini is nice and rich. The salad is crispy and crunchy and delicious. You guys are going to love this recipe. Check it out for yourself. You guys, thank you so much for being here today. If you have any questions along the way, this video is for you. It's evergreen. It's going to be available on the interwebs forever. If you do watch this later, hashtag replay. Please say hashtag replay. Ask me any questions that you want. I will get to them. And you guys, purchase this cookbook, Plant-Based Made Easy, issue number 11, available right now. Please consider supporting the show by purchasing a cookbook or becoming a cookbook member. I love you all so much, and I'll be back in the studio on Friday. I can't wait. Until then, peace out.